It's a show about nothing.
You think you can get away from Wei Shin? Yeah, right. Wait, he's too far. There's no way I'm making that jump. There's no way I'm... The good old country of China. You may know this place for their delicious cuisines, the beautiful landscapes, their militaristic literature. Oh, and the sweatshop. And it's the setting for one of the most underrated games I've ever played. I'm talking about Sleeping Dogs. Released in 2012, made by United Front Games. As an ignorant child, I just thought it was a we got GTA at home kind of game.
Man, this some old bullshit.
But boy, was I fucking wrong. It's not just Chinese GTA, even though it is Chinese GTA, but it's much, much more than that. Shout out to my boy Trev for recommending this game, because playing this game was an incredibly fun experience. Go subscribe to his channel, by the way. Let's do it right now. I'm not gonna start the video until you do. The game takes place in the city of Hong Kong, and we play the role of a psychopath. Alright, that's not fair. Let me pedal back a bit. We play as a man named Wei Shin, one of the realest motherfuckers I've ever had the honor of playing as. He's working as an undercover officer for the Chinese police after training and being an officer in San Francisco. Wei Shin is tough as nails, unflinching in the face of danger, and always, and I mean always, stands 10 toes down. The police must have trained him crazy, literally, because Wei pulls off some ridiculous feats and also does borderline psychopathic shit. There's moments in this game where I'm just like, damn, Wei is strong as hell. Damn, Wei is resilient as fuck. Damn, Wei is a fucking psycho. Anyway, he's back in Hong Kong to meet up with some old acquaintances. Not just to meet up with his boys, but to put some criminals in jail. Wei is tasked by Superintendent Thomas Pendrew to infiltrate a powerful triad known as the Sun On Yee, which Wei conveniently has some connections in. Wei isn't doing this to boost his social credit. He has a personal investment in this case, a drug-addicted sister to be specific, in which, I'm not gonna lie, there's some scenes where they just straight up disrespecting this nigga's sister.
Oh, Mimi, first girl ever sucked my cock. I'm really sorry. Your sister blew me.
Mimi Shan. No offense. 真係熟到爆㗎
I don't know why Wei doesn't just swing on these motherfuckers. That is crazy. So throughout the game, Wei has to play both sides, taking care of business for the Sun On Yee to feed the police insider information, as well as doing some good old-fashioned police work. And we follow him through his journey of violence, betrayal, women, and revenge. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and spill the whole story for you, because the story is actually pretty intriguing, and I'd hate to spoil that for you. But I'll say this. Pendrew is a bitch-ass nigga. Now, as you're probably guessing, it's pretty similar to GTA. It's open world, you go do different missions, maybe you'll kill some people, and the story progresses. But while that gameplay loop is somewhat the same, remember, we're not talking about GTA, we're talking about GTA's cool Chinese nephew. There's a couple cool things gameplay-wise that I feel like sets this game apart, so let's go ahead and cover the gameplay. Fist fighting. One thing that I love about this title that similar games don't really care about is its focus on hand-to-hand combat. I can understand why most GTA-like games don't really focus on that aspect though. I mean, why would you run up and punch someone when you could just shoot them point blank with an RPG? But you see, since guns are somewhat of a rarity in Hong Kong, most violent situations are dealt with by running fades, very deadly fades. Luckily for us, Wei is a Bruce Lee incarnate. Like, I'm serious, this nigga takes down 10 or more guys without breaking a sweat. Fighting is his specialty, and it's highlighted throughout the game. So, how does it work? Well, think of how the Batman Arkham series handles combat, except Wei isn't just cracking skulls, he's also, burning them alive. There's a punch button, a counter button, and a grab button. As the game progresses, the fights get more difficult and enemies start to get more varied. Obviously, this is just a way for you to utilize your surprisingly well-rounded moveset throughout the game. Oh yeah, you can unlock more moves, a good amount of moves actually. How? You gotta collect some statues. Near the start of the game, Wei meets up with his old kung fu master, Sifu.
Skill level with girls, very good.
He explains that 11 of his 12 jade statues were stolen. So throughout the game, you can actually find these jade statues and bring them back to him. And in return, he'll teach you some new moves. To be honest, I didn't think I was going to be using any of these new moves, but they actually come in handy. Anyway, let's focus our attention to grappling. So, there's a few different things you can do while grappling an enemy. You can punch them, you can throw them, you can slam their head into a wall, you can even attempt to break their arm. But my favorite option is that you can perform environmental execution.
What do they do to you in America, man?
Now these executions are where I questioned if way needed to be committed. I mean, some of them are tame. I mean, look at this one. But some of them are not so tame, like these. Yeah, no idea how Wei passed that psych evaluation when joining the force. I have no idea. Another great and hilarious part about the combat is that you can piece up any NPC you want. That bitch standing outside your apartment chatting a little too loud? Don't be afraid to give her a flying knee to the cranium. It's okay. The police aren't coming. Gunplay. So, a nigga's finna be completely transparent. The gunplay in this game is one of my least favorite things about it. It's not bad, it's serviceable. Very serviceable. Can't really fuck this aspect up, so you gotta make things a little interesting somehow. You got your typical shooting mechanics, you can go into cover, blind fire, shoot, yeah, but here's something pretty neat. Whenever you're behind something that you can climb over while you're in a gunfight, you can jump over it and enter a slow-mo state. When used appropriately, you can take out a lot of enemies with ease. There's this cool upgrade you can get where if you run headfirst at an enemy and just pray that you don't get filled with lead, you can disarm the enemy and use their gun. Like I said, nothing crazy, but serviceable. Yo, wait, why the fuck did you jump out the car? What the fuck? And you know what? I'll give credit where credit's due. Some of the guns do feel pretty nice. Gameplay wise, those are the main things I wanted to cover, but there's some other stuff too. An example, being able to jump from vehicle to vehicle like a fucking maniac, or being able to ram into cars next to you. But right now, we're gonna see how we can put our skills to good use. A good bulk of the game's content lies between 3 different types of missions. You got your triad missions, your cop missions, and a whole bunch of other ones I'll just call favors. You want to try and do all 3 to be as badass as possible. It's the only way to reach your true potential. Different kinds of missions will get you different kinds of XP. That's right, Sleeping Dogs is an undercover RPG. You got your triad level, your police level, and the best of all, the holy grail, your face level. Get enough XP and you'll have access to some really nice perks, but let's go through these one at a time. Triad missions. This is where a lot of the action happens. The best part of any game like this, because not only am I having fun, but I'm emotionally invested. You're gonna be doing a decent array of things while on Sun On Yi business. This may include money extortion, murder, chasing someone across the city, murder, or sneaking into a fat nigga's house, then moving around his furniture to fuck up the feng shui of the room in order to have him relapse on his crippling heroin addiction. Damn, not gonna lie, now that I say it out loud, that's kinda fucked up. While on missions, you'll have a score that you might want to keep track of, because that score is gonna dictate how much XP you'll be receiving when you're done. If you want to get some triad XP, really all you gotta do is commit some low social credit activities. Just be a complete menace. Hit some headshots, blow up cars. Basically, you want to be as reckless and badass as possible in order to get the most XP possible. The upgrades you get are pretty swag. To put it simply, they make hand-to-hand combat way easier to manage, and you get some cool moves too. I really like doing this thing here. This is fun. Cop jobs and cases. On the flip side, Wei partakes in some police work as well as helping in investigations with Inspector Tang. I guess this is just a way for the game to tell us, look guys, Wei isn't just some thug, he helps people, he's actually a good person. Yeah, right, there's literally no need for this. These missions aren't as big and bombastic as the triad ones, but they're still fun, which is all that matters. To avoid being noticed as an op, Wei covers himself head to toe in police attire. Bro, Wei, it's not like it matters. You be driving around town in a souped up police cruiser and nobody seems to give a shit. I think you're good. The cop jobs will usually have you stopping robberies, chasing people down, and saving hostages. Now the cases will have you investigating multiple criminals throughout Hong Kong, again with the help of Tang. Some, not all, but some of these are honestly boring as fuck. But you have to complete cases in order to get through the story, so it's whatever. The method to getting police XP is a little different. Of course, you need to be on a police mission, but you also have to behave.
You keep that nose clean, boy, or I shall clean it myself.
What do I mean by that? That means no property damage, no carjacking, no killing or hurting civilians, and don't you dare be a clumsy oaf. Do any of that and you lose potential XP, but don't feel too bad if you mess up. Way's a thug at heart. The upgrades on the police tree lean more towards firearms, along with some nods to ramming damage and decreasing heat, favors, and miscellaneous missions. Besides committing crimes and police brutality, there's plenty of other things to do around Hong Kong. For me, the benefits of increasing your face outweighs everything. No, it's not because of the car valet.
I need a car.
A car? Takla! I'll be there right away.
No, it's not because of the usefulness of the face meter in combat. It's because of clothes, cars, and that sweet 40% discount on literally everything. Certain clothes and cars are inaccessible until you reach a certain level. Basically, you can't pull it off, so why buy it? But I'll be damned if I'm not the freshest man in Hong Kong. Favors are introduced first as a way for you to gain face. The mission givers are usually just some randoms on the street who happen to know who you are. It could be something as simple as taking nice pictures to inspire t-shirt designs or getting drunk buffoons away from someone's store. However, these favors don't have to be small. A lot of favors are just repeats of other ones. So if you see someone calling your name on the street and you just mosey on by, pretending like you don't hear them, I wouldn't blame you. Races. This game has a shit ton of races, and I honestly can't figure out why. Maybe street racing is big in Hong Kong? I honestly don't know. But I do know one thing, that these races are piss easy. I don't think through the entire game I have lost one race. And these weren't close races either. Like, the driving AI really takes the intelligence out of artificial intelligence. Not only are they dumb as rocks, but you're allowed to ram into them in case one of them thinks they can hang with you. And once you start purchasing and unlocking some other cars too, yeah, races just become chores at that point. Dates. Throughout the game, you'll see that Wei is a bit of a ladies' man. After certain missions, Wei will be rewarded with a girl's number, which he can then set up dates with.
Meet me at Victoria Peak.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I'd like to hang out. Free?
Yeah, I'm off work in a little while.
I was thinking of dropping by Bam Bam to see you.
Oh, that'd be great. So, you taking me driving?
Yeah, I'll come pick you up.
I'd like that.
Cool.
The dates are boring.
Will you take some pictures for me, please?
I'm not trying to follow you around and take pictures. I really just came here to knock it down. After every date, which usually lasts like a few minutes, Wei gets to knocking boots.
I have an idea.
Oh, really? Tell me more.
On the first date too. The funniest part about that is that when Wei is finished, he immediately deletes their number. Man, I love this guy. Not only do you get some face, wink wink, but you get some useful perks as well, like knowing where health shrines and lockboxes are on the minimap. There's a few ways to expedite the process of getting more face XP too. The first way is getting fresh. There's some accessories like glasses, chains, and watches that get you bonus face XP with everything you do. The second way is getting a massage from a massager, and depending on the perks you already have, this could allow Wei to have 50% more face meter buildup. On that note, there's vendors similar to massage parlors to make life a little bit easier for you. Eat some good old street food for health regeneration. Consume a Dragon Kick energy drink to do more damage. This is basically the equivalent of a Criticola. And drink some good old herbal tea to increase your defense. Now, me personally, I didn't use any of this. I kinda just thugged it out. But there is a certain mission where I think I'd have a way easier time if I used them. How did I throw the knife at myself? How does that even fucking work? Oh yeah, this game has cockfighting. Just want to throw that in there. I think it's pretty cool. They got cockfighting. I can't believe that I ignored this game. I mean, I watched other people play it and that was fine. But I did not realize how fun this was. I say all that, but I'll be honest. Sleeping Dogs is not a perfect game. Well, not a perfectly programmed one anyway. It's kinda buggy. I especially had a problem with teleporting everywhere in a gunfight and randomly jumping out of vehicles. But that one may have just been my controller, to be honest. But even then, this game makes up for it by being fun, which is why I really wish we got a sequel. I could just taste the potential for an improved experience. But alas, all good things must come to an end, even if they didn't grow into its full potential.
I do.
The way you move your body, that's got me going crazy. I do anything for you. You stay on my mind all the time, on the daily. I can't help it, but it's true.